Hello, today I'm going to be reviewing this GOYOUTH 2-in-1 under the desk electric treadmill. And I've had this treadmill for just under 3 years. It has worked really well for me. I walk on it 3 or 4 times a day for 1 to 2 miles. I originally got this because my company was doing a step challenge and I wanted to be able to get steps in during the workday. I did get first place because of this. The second year I got second place, and we're coming up on the third year here in about a couple of months. So I'm training now for that. This thing, when you turn it on, you can only walk for about 90 minutes and then it shuts off. So if you're gonna walk longer than that, it will stop and then you have to start it over again. So that's just one thing to be aware of. There are programmable modes. I think there's like 12 different programs in it. I haven't used those. I haven't needed to. I just do the manual mode and that works for me. So yeah, this is my setup. I have my laptop on top. I have a printer and a table because for me, this desk is too short to work at. I would be hunched over if I was just on this desk. So I put the treadmill here because it's just right so that I'm not too far forward and kicking the end and I'm not too far back and falling off. But this is my setup. So I usually walk during meetings. During COVID, I walked during a lot of meetings since everyone was working from home. If you plan on doing that, just make sure your team's okay with you walking. I found for me a nice easy pace during meetings is about 1.5 miles per hour. And so that way I can talk and not be winded and anything like that. When I'm working, I usually do about 1.8 miles per hour because then I get a few more steps in. And if I go any faster than that, it's hard to type and use the keyboard. So I found that that's the sweet zone for me. If I'm like waiting for something to load on my computer or I'm waiting whatever, I'll go about 2.5 miles per hour. And that's about the edge to where if I go that speed for too long, I'll be too winded to talk. I'll be moving too much in the camera. So it's really off-putting for people to watch. Now this is about 50 pounds, give or take. So it is pretty heavy. It was a little bit difficult to get upstairs in the box, but I think it would actually be easier if you took it out of the box and then carried it up afterwards. Having said that, there are some wheels on the front here. You can kind of see them. They blend in with the carpet right there. There's some caster wheels, so if you stow it vertically, it can stand, and then there are wheels on the bottom here so that you could pick it up and adjust it. So I'm holding the camera in one hand. I can use the other hand to lift this up. It's light enough to do that, and then I can move it forward or backwards as I need to. If I need to move it left or right, I would need my second hand, but it is light enough because most of the weight is up there. It's light enough on this end that you can lift it with one hand, no problem. All right, so here's how to use it. Very simple. Just plug it in. Notice it didn't turn on. That's because there's a switch in the back, okay? So you just plug the power cord in here. I haven't ever taken this out since installing.
Power on. In X mode.
I don't know what DISPLAY&WITH mode means, but it says that every time. So I had the controller right here, so I just grabbed that. Has a nice little wrist strap. I don't ever use the wrist strap. For me, that seems like a lot to be walking with, dangling, but also because I'm here, I just set it right here, and then I'm good during the day. I am right-handed, so I usually have it on this side, but for this video, I'll use this. So it's really easy. Just press the center button here, does a little countdown, and then it starts going at its lowest speed, which is 0.5 mile per hour, okay? You can increase the speed. Let's see if I could get this to focus. So there's a plus and a minus button. It's kind of hard to see on the camera, I apologize. But as I hit the plus, you can see it increases 0.1 mile at a time. If I hold it, you can get up to the maximum of 6 miles per hour. You can see it cycling to different menus. So this is pretty fast. It's not loud at all. That is the maximum, so you can't run on this, but it's nice for working. So here's 2.5. This is my fast pace if I still want to be at work. And then This is the fastest I can walk on 1.8, and then this is my normal, just kind of casually going as I work, right? It does have a step counter, so sorry for the shakiness, but you could see every time I step, it is adding the steps, okay? And it cycles through these two different screens, but if you want to lock it onto one, you just press this button here, and it'll stay, this button here, and it'll stay on whatever you set it to. So you see it's staying on distance, speed, and time here. If I press this button again, you wait a second, and there we go. Yeah, so then I can hit it again, and it'll stay on this one. So depending on which metrics you want, you can just lock it in here. This is for the programs. Like I said, I've never actually used them, so I don't even know how to use it. That's just not a function that I use. I usually just walk until I'm done. Whenever you are done, you could just press this button again. This is the start button. This is the stop button. So there you go. Very simple, easy to use. During the step challenge week, I go about 50 miles on this in a single week, and just during a normal work day, I go 1 to 2 miles. So all in all, I've put a couple hundred miles on this thing. I don't usually go the 6. I do occasionally, but I typically keep it under 3. So I don't know how it would hold up if you were constantly running at the 6 miles per hour, which is kind of like, for me, it's an awkward jogging pace, 6 is. So I don't usually do that. It's like, for me, too slow to be a run and too fast to be a walk. So it's in a kind of a weird spot for me. So I can't speak to how well it would last if you were going at 6 miles. There is some maintenance that you need to oil. You need to lubricate this bar. I haven't needed to do that. I don't have any squeaking or anything like that, and it still runs really good. So that's about all I have to say about this. This is a great product, and I hope you found this video useful. Thanks for watching.